Joining me now, Texas Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick. Dan, Venezuelans now crossing the border. Now you have people who are convicted murderers, child molesters, and yet the Biden administration essentially saying we got it under control.
Yeah, it's unexplainable unless you accept the premise that they know exactly what's happening and they want it to happen, because that's the only way you can explain it. They can't be this ignorant to what is happening. So they see it, they just don't want to acknowledge it. Think about this a moment, Laura. About 60% of the people, I was told today, that are coming in through the Del Rio sector, which is a small sector, very narrow, are coming from Venezuela. 60%. They're flying from Venezuela to Mexico City or Cancun or to Monterrey, Mexico, and then they bus in. So we now have a whole different class of people, different set of people. Some of them are much better dressed than others, not all. But this is a more educated class fleeing their country in with other people. Who else have we caught this week? People from South Africa, from Haiti, from Uzbekistan. They're coming literally now, Laura, from all over the world.
Why wouldn't they? Well, why wouldn't they? I mean, this is the most ridiculous
Biden administration
situation.
says, come on in.
And
Yes.
then we're hearing from people in New Orleans, Raymond's report that he just did, and you have people on the streets in New Orleans like, well, wait, what about the American people?
Right.
It's not that we
What
don't
about
have
us?
feelings, and we're concerned about everybody, but
Yeah.
we have an American problem right now with what's happened to this ridiculous prolonged response to the pandemic and locking kids into school, out of schools and so forth. And now I guess all of humanity is going to show up and just walk right in.
Laura, we are only 3 weeks from the end of session, but we had a meeting today with the legislature, and we are going to put in significant more money. And I can tell you this right now tonight. We're going to put in significant more money into our border security. We already spend close to $400 million a year of tax dollars we shouldn't have to spend to protect Texas and to protect America at the same time from the criminals coming in. We're going to significantly add to that. We're going to have more personnel. We're going to have more assets on the border. We're going to do everything we humanly possible can in Texas, because the Border Patrol, they are demoralized. They are now taking care of families and kids and
like
not doing their
police.
job of keeping people out.
Yeah.
And and down Del Rio, the sheriff down there, he's overrun. His jails are overrun. It's a disaster designed by the Biden administration.
We only got about a minute, Dan. I was down in Del Rio back in May of 2019, and we thought it was bad then. We were down there, and it was right before I think they instituted the return to Mexico policy. It was just starting to get going, I believe, or right before. It was bad then.
Yes.
Okay.
Biden could turn this around overnight with the Mexico policy reinstated that Trump created.
Well, and Dan, finally, when you see how this is all enriched the cartels, they make thousands of dollars. If you had one word for the administration's response here, what would it be?
The one word is it's disgraceful, and you are allowing people to be enslaved. Yeah. You're creating new indentured service, and you're putting people into the sex trade.
We'll leave it at disgraceful. Dan, thank you very much. Sorry.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.